Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rokah Quadash. Double honor to the apostle nails of great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, have mercy upon you. I ran across this video here on our this brother page, where it's that's he with IUIC, IUIC Gastonia. I think that's in Gastonia in Carolina. I don't know if it's southern or northern part. I don't know what part it is. It's in Carolina though. I don't know what. I can't remember what it was. Where is that? But I think it's in Carolina. Might be North Carolina, right? So here's some women out here, right? What's going on is that it's a real short video. What's going on? The brothers of IUIC, these brothers out here preaching the word, and you got these sisters out here, a whole gang of them, right? And it looks like, it don't look like this sister right here is with a white boy, right? And you see how this older black woman right here looking back at her and screaming and yelling because apparently IUIC must have said, they good at shouting out and talking about sis, come here and sit down and talk to you, and go to talk about white folks shouldn't be with our people, blah 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 blah, which is but they in the same aspect they'll tell a sister or brother in their group that if their husband not in the truth, or their wife not in the truth, they got a certain length of time to what? To leave them. And that's going hell off. But that's the point is of this video here, is that they screaming and yelling about the Northern Kingdom, which is the Hispanics, mainly the Hispanic, not so much as the natives, but the Hispanic that they're not our people, right? But you notice that they want to get rid of the Hispanics, right? And they want to yell and scream about them, but they want to turn right around and do what? And want to save Esau Edom. This is our people, though. Hold up, y'all. Y'all bear with me. I gotta roll it back. I didn't have the volume up. Make sure it's up, all the way up. I don't have to though. When Eve talk, they loud as hell. So here we go. Now the video is mainly about Hispanic. I'm just, I got to highlight the weakness of our sisters. They got endless videos on here. You can always get 2-3 videos, not 2-3, but I'm just saying I can find 2-3 videos daily to actually do on Eve all day long. Here we go.
Why are you coming against your own brother? I didn't say anything about anybody that's a Mexican. The so-called Hispanics are our brothers and sisters.
See how she ran to the white man? The sister back here, the older sister that back here. This is the white guy right here that this sister is with right here, right? She's with him, So and they trying to defend this right here. Look it up.
Nation of Israel. Read Deuteronomy 7:6 for the sister.
God don't teach that. That ain't what it teaches.
Read that. Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. God says we are holy to him, sister. It didn't say all nations.
And she out here barefooted, clowning and acting a fool for white folks. But they are what? They're denying the nation of what? Of the Northern Kingdom of children of Israel, which is the Hispanics. Right? But you got some Israelite group that don't even say the same thing, that they're not our people. Madness, man. Madness. They thinking who you think was over here in this land over here, on this part of what we call now Texas and California, all down through from one end of Texas and the other end of California. Who you think Who you think they got that from? This land from? They didn't get it from you niggas. Huh? You all didn't. We didn't come over here, which is the Judah, or with the southern tribe, which is the American blacks. Well, the southern tribe of children of Israel, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. But Judah, the American blacks, they would. We didn't come over here until they moved them from here and took them. The Spaniards gathered them and took them up. That's why they speak Spanish. And then they brought us here, transferred to a land that we didn't know anything about. So hey man, just look for Eve. I always look for Eve to do what? To confuse any situation concerning us as a people. Let's go into the comments. Y'all know I like to go into the comments because the comments give you something to go in on. Okay, this brother here named Yakul. Man, these names, man. He's a name. But hey, we're not here to highlight that. Let's get into this. This brother says right here, wow, our people go harder against us than anyone, especially our women. Many won't escape the what? The coming destruction. It's not a game. They think, you know what? They got to feel a little of that struggle. I finna say this past November. We still in November. We still in November. So they got to feel when them stamps with them little week or two that they didn't have no stamps and they cut them off in a week or two. Guess what? They about to lose their mind. I know, y'all. I'm not. I got to. You can't. I know. I'm getting off subject a little bit, but guess what? Everything is irrelevant when teaching the scriptures because we use all subjects, and subjects are subject to change when dealing with what? A bunch of wild people. As such, James Hall says, he's talking about, yes it does. Yes it does. Stop cherry picking. Here we go, y'all. Then here this coon here is. Wait, let me see. Here this joke here. He gonna put. He says they cherry picking, but what he doing? He got Matthews 28:19, and then he got 22:18. So what is? You just picked Matthew. Matthew. Then you just ran all the way to Genesis. Wouldn't that be considered what you would call what you say cherry picking is? Hey man, Jake crazy as hell, man. They always got to confuse a situation or a subject, man, because they don't what? They don't study. They don't study. I don't have a starting point or ending, so I'm just really going on what I'm going on, right? I'm not going to even hit his replies. You know what? Yes, I am. I'm hit his replies. James Hall replies, said 1 Peter 1:1 to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, which is on point. Right? The 12 tribes, which is who? Us as a whole. The 12 tribes scattered abroad, which is the northern and the southern tribe of the children of Israel. Let's get that Deuteronomy. Didn't have a starting point, y'all, but guess what? We're gonna make a lesson out of this here. And the subject gonna change from point to point, but guess what? It's gonna be edified. Well, I hope you are edified in what I'm bringing out to you. Okay, we on the being scattered. Deuteronomy 28:64. The Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people. So we scattered among all people, the northern and the southern tribe of the children of Israel. America is the only land that we, as the northern and the southern tribe of the children of Israel, that we are being oppressed together in America. Right? And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from what? The one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods. This is why they are screaming loud and proud and acting a fool for who? For the so-called white man, because they think that the so-called white man is their God. Jesus. Right? When Eve got that, look at her. They're acting a fool for that white man. Whether what, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Let's hear that again.
God is holy to us.
Y'all are leading people astray.
What have I done that's, so tell me what I done that's leading people astray. Come around to the front of the camp, sis. Why are you coming against your...
Look. They all look. The white man. They all in the fence of the so-called white man, y'all. And this sister right here is with the white man, so-called white man. It's amazing how y'all scream and scream. You never got nothing negative to say about what? About the enemy. Never. Right?
Oh, brother.
And then they all got dresses on, and they got their head covered. These Christians, you tell these good old-fashioned Christians right here, they long dress and their head is covered. But guess what? They wicked as hell. They dress modest and everything, but guess what? They wicked. She ain't got no shoes on, and she got shoes on too big for her feet. And this Eve right here walking with tights on with this so-called white man. Now we all scattered in the four corners. We looking like all nations now. You know, it's a possibility. I'm just going by what it is, because the reason they're acting a fool, they're acting a fool because of him, right? See, she going right to him. She going right to him, right? She's making their argument is that they talk. What she just said. They talking about white people and Mexican and talking about some Mexicans our people. Blah blah blah. That's what they're saying.
I didn't say anything about anybody that's a Mexican. The so-called Hispanics are our brothers and sisters from the nation of Israel. Read Deuteronomy 7:6 for the sister.
See, there they go. Loud and proud, y'all. Let's go to the comment. Right? James Hall says all nations are what? Are the 12 tribes. All nations. What do you mean all nations? This fool right here, man. Who is this? Yasha, what his name is? Yasha Yasharala. All nations. Okay, all nations are the 12 tribes. He's right. I'm about to get him. I thought he was talking about the all nations as what? As the heathens. But he talking about the 12 tribes. I almost spoke. Okay, that's right. And then Earl says, don't cast your pearls to swine. These ninjas ain't trying to hear the truth. That's right. Neville says, why go into all nations? The Bible says, Acts 2 and 5, and there were what? Dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven. They hit them precepts though. They hit them precepts. Deuteronomy 4 and 27. And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter you among all nations, and ye shall. This is the most precepts I ever seen on a board. This is the most precepts I ever seen on IUIC board, man. And you say what? And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all nations, and ye shall be left few in numbers. Among, and this is KJV too. Where's KJV? Yeah. Among the heathen, what the Lord Yahweh shall lead you. Keandra, the name, man. Y'all need to stop naming each other, man. Keandra saying, don't forget this. They hitting precepts, y'all. And he shall rule them, but you know, they men and women. You know, they got me. You know, anybody can put a precept on their board. You know, they don't have no problem with women putting precepts and teaching. Well, I think they don't let nobody teach. They don't let no woman teach, right? But they ain't got no problem with them putting them on the board, right? They can't teach in their schools, but unless they teaching to women, but they'll let them come on the comment board and teach. And you don't supposed to do that because why? Because women have a tendency to what? To go off. You know, men go off too, but women are not supposed to teach anyway. Okay, Chris Clark say, we all been lied to and deceived through what? Christianity. Those nations are talking about Israel. Believe it or not, each tribe is a nation in itself. If I send you a couple scriptures proving this, will you read them? And this brother here, he ain't in IUIC. This brother here, Chris Clark, he's not in IUIC because IUIC made their people change their name. Anybody with IUIC got Israel on the end of their name. Okay, King David, he got King David, y'all. K-E-N-G, King. She just put an A there, King. Hey, man. Don't you know King David? Why would you name yourself King David if you? Let's just tell you, IUIC don't really know the scriptures, right? They don't truly know. They don't really know the scriptures. They know scripture, and they do teach, for the most part. But they love teaching law. You know, not faith. Pharisees, Sadducees. But even though there was righteous Pharisees and Sadducees, right? He said the devil is on them hard. It really is. This sister right here, Hashana Bath, she says the what? The 2/3 will be mostly women of Israel, wicked sisters. She right. You know, y'all sisters outnumber us. No matter what state we go in or what city we go in, we are outnumbered. Why we are outnumbered? Because the Lord gave us more than one what? More than one woman. That's why y'all outnumber us. This is how we are going to be multiplied as the sand of the sea. You know, if you don't like what I'm teaching, which is the Bible, then go on to your good Christian channel and let somebody read you John 3:16, God so loved the world, and a few others, because they don't know like 2, 3 of them, right? And then go on, do your song and dance, tapping, and then roll on the floor. Other than that, we deal with truth over here. We don't deal with feelings and emotions. I can care less about somebody's feelings and their emotions when I'm reading the scriptures. Isaiah 58:1, cry out loud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions. And this is what you're going to get here. You're not going to get some watered down BS. Okay, Asana said, yes, that's correct. So true. Well, that the precept gone, y'all. Because these are like a bunch of sisters right here. That's right. This brother saying Judah Ben right here he said, I know the so-called Hispanics are our brothers and sisters, cause black females hate them. Meanwhile, they won't say the same thing about Esau. And this is a prime example right here. They scream, they're trying to protect this so-called white. She's screaming, look at her. She's looking at her. This woman really for real is not even paying her any attention for real. She's trying to get that white boy in that store in the Bible she won't. That's all she doing. She ain't paying no attention, but what? They gonna scream loud and proud and what? And try to protect one another.
El Shaddai don't teach that. That ain't what it teach. Man,
Read that. Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. God says we are holy to him, sister.
Look at her. Look at her, y'all. But you know what? Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can find it real quick. You know what? Let me tell you what. See, all that mouth, let me tell you what that mouth got you, right? Let me tell you what all that mouth got you. Let's do this right quick. I got a video right here. Let me tell you what all this mouth got you. Let me see if I got to line that thing right up. This is what all this mouth got you right here, y'all. Trump is trying, you know what Trump is doing? Trump is trying to put all you loudmouth women back into the homes, to where you belong. Because now, most of you all, the nursing field is who? is filled with what? A bunch of women. And let me show you something. Let's move this over right quick. Let's move this over right quick. Move this over right here. Right? Okay. Let's read this right here. Listen to this. The U.S. Department of Education has made a significant change that could impact the future of nursing education. I've been holding this by like a few days, about 2-3 days. Right? And he say under the new rules, nursing degrees will no longer be classified as a professional degree. For federal loan purposes starting in July of 2026. So that would not be considered anymore a professional degree education. And they're not giving no more loans out to you women for what? For you to be a nurse. Most of you all are going back and they already downsizing the nursing field, right? And then what they have done. They have started at the top first. They getting rid of a lot of them big willies up there, and then in the process, when they get rid of them, that's when y'all gonna be like a domino effect. Yeah, and most of you sisters gonna be you are gonna be affected first and foremost, right? The U.S. Department of Education has made a significant change that could impact the future of nursing education. Under the new rule, nursing degrees will no longer be classified as professional degrees for federal loan purposes starting in July 2026. The shift means that nurses will face lower borrowing limits and reduced loan options, which previously, which means they finna get ready to cut it out, previously allowed them access to higher loan caps and grad plus loans. Y'all going back to the home, man. Y'all going back in them homes, and you're not gonna be all that proudness. Trump and them learned that lesson, and when y'all got them first though. Y'all got them first, running down on them, going at their house with all them Skittles, tutti fruities, and messing with people. Now it's his turn, and guess what? He done a way better job of knocking y'all down like bowling pins than y'all did him, right? The change has sparked concern from the American Nurses Association, who warned that this could worsen the nursing shortage and make advanced nursing education less accessible, particularly underserved areas. But guess what? This is a good thing. You want to know why it's a good thing? Because now because beforehand, like all these small little what they call them? What they call them? Them little small I don't know, y'all. Cause they won't let they ain't gonna let no man in anyway. Where them women go up in and they can get free or whatever. They can get pills. They can get seen. They can get health. They don't need anything. They just walk up in there. Man can't do that. I forgot what you call them. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, said this decision represents a major shift in how nursing programs are treated under federal education. The federal education, they now already knocked them down too. So they really trying to get rid of all of that, right? You women going back to the homes. This decision represents a major shift in how nursing programs are treated under federal education policy and has with the potential to affect the future of healthcare education in the U.S. The impact on the next generation of nurses remain to be seen. I know I'm getting off subject a little bit, y'all, but guess what? All this is it's relevant because who's going to be affected mostly in this kingdom? The women. You women first, right? And most you so-called black women, y'all gonna be affected first and foremost. Look how many of y'all that lost your job now. Federal, state, now they hitting you in the nursing fields. You know, ain't nothing but women up in there. So more, more and more, y'all. I mean, then then you finna see the lies that y'all tell. Talking about your Instagram pay for this and Instagram pay for that. You showing your ass for $2 or $3, $5 here. Then you finna see all your mouth finna close. Y'all finna see a whole lot. You know what, man? Damn, I don't want to change it up. I'm probably going into the Northern Kingdom, y'all. Let me read some of this right here. This reclassification is specific to federal student loan programs and financial aid. Right. It does not change the legal or professional standard of nursing as a profession. And use a damn lie. Corin, use a lie. Use a lie. A profession in what, in whatever Trump, whatever they say it is, that's what it is. See, they just say anything. They just say, let me see what the replies say. Let's see. And I just read it to you. I just read it to you in the first paragraph. The U.S. Department of Education, which have trickled down to just about nothing, has made a significant change that could impact the future of nursing education. Meaning, under the new rules, nursing degrees will no longer be classified as a professional degree. How was that classified? By what? The U.S. Department of Education. So what is she talking about? And then here she go again. This reclassification is specific to federal student loan programs and financial aid. It does not change the legal or professional standard. Use a lie. Let's see is anybody correcting her. Yep. It lowers the amount of loan money available to them by more than half by the stroke of a pen. So the student who wants to, I could have made this 2 lessons here, y'all, but hey, I'm in it now. So a student who wants to study podiatry could have access to $50K a year if needed. But the student sitting next to them who wants to get their nurse practitioner degree will only have $20K. Now, he did say 20. It said about 20. And then you're not gonna be able to, I mean, it take more than that. $20K. Again, simply because it was what snuck into the big beautiful bill. Yeah, you women are gonna be affected because you all been pushing out the most drama and the most raising the most hell in America, especially Eve. Eve been been having it so good in this devil's kingdom. They think they got what? They got a power over Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Y'all see Trump? Don't y'all see Trump right there? Now let's get back to this. Let's get back over here, right? Let's get back over here. Let me hit this back, which is where I started from, and we were talking about. Let's hit back over here. I know I got off subject a little bit, but hey, let's get back to it. Right? These let's go into. I'm not gonna be much more longer, man. I'm gonna hit priest. I'm gonna prove to you all and show you that the Northern Kingdom. I'm gonna go back to this point too. The Northern Kingdom of the children of Israel. They are what? They are our people. Right? And they were the 10 tribes. I'm going into with the 10 tribes, which was what? Which were carried away prisoner out of what? Out of their land. Which is verse 40, which is 2nd Esdras 13 and 40. I'm finna give you in the Apocrypha, right? Apocrypha, which is concerning the 10 tribes. That was what? Those are, verse 40, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away. I'm getting to the point. Carried away prisoner out of what? Out of their own land in the time of what? Of Hosea the king, whom Masa the king of what? Of Assyria led away captive and carried them over the waters, and so came they into what? Into another land. You know what? Let's get that. Let's get the account. Let's go to what that Second Kings. Second Kings. I know it's 17. Y'all bear with me. I gotta get a starting point. Second Kings 17 in verse. Let's see, 17 and 5. Let's start at 5. 17 and 5. Then the king of Assyria came up throughout all the land and went up to Samaria and besieged it 3 years. Besieged it 3 years. In the 9th year of Hosea, the king of Assyria took Samaria and carried Israel away into what? Assyria, and placed them in Halah, in Habor, by the river of Gozan, and in the cities of what? Of the Medes. That's the northern kingdom captivity. Let's go to verse 23. Until the Lord Yahweh removed Israel, which is the northern kingdom of the children of Israel, y'all. That's Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, and Naphtali. Those are the northern kingdom, and the Hispanic. That's included. Well, when they be talking about Hispanic, when Eve be talking about. They don't know the overall lineage of all the so-called Hispanics. They just mainly focus on what? The Mexicans, because that's most of the ones that they see are Puerto Rican, but mainly Mexicans. They saying that they're not our people. So verse 23. Until the Lord Yahweh removed Israel, which is what the northern kingdom was referred to as Israel, until the Lord Yahweh removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants, the prophets, so was Israel carried away. That's the northern kingdom. Out of their own land to what? To Assyria unto this day. Until this very day. They're still what? That was in 722 BC was the date. And again, let's go back to 2nd Ezra 13 and 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were what? Carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hosea king, whom Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the what? The waters, and so came they into what? Another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into what? A further country where never mankind dwelt. What was that, y'all? That was America. That was America. And America is referred to as what? Ophir in the Bible. That's in Kings as well. But that's in 1 Kings. Let me get that account. 1 Kings 9 and 28. I know what it is. 9 and 28. 1 Kings 9 and 28. Let's get that account, right? Concerning America, meaning that land that where man never dwelt. The only time that this land was ever let's read this in first though. I get that point. Account too. Verse 28. 1 Kings 9 and 28. And they came to Ophir, which is America, and fetched from thence gold 420 talents, and brought it to what? To King Solomon. To King Solomon. Who did this here? The Navy, right up here at the top up here. The Canaanites, right? Verse 26. And King Solomon made a navy of ships in what? Ezion Geber, which is what? Beside Elath on the what? The shores of the Red Sea in the land of Edom. They were what? The Canaanites, they were what we would call the first what? Navy, maybe the first navy of ships and what? And they did what? And Haram, which is the Canaanite, sent in what? In the navy, his servants, shipmen, that what? That had knowledge of the sea, with the servants of Solomon. These are Hamites. These are Hamites. Let's read this here again. Verse 41, which is second Esdras, 13:41. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would lead the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. That's America, y'all. In America, in the Bible, it's called Ophir. Ophir. And I just gave you what? 1 Kings 9:28, where it's located. Solomon, and I went up a little and showed you that Solomon knew concerning this part of the earth, right? That took what? Year and a half to get there. This is what they were doing. This is what Solomon then was coming over here to get what? Get gold, 120 talents, and what? And brought to King Solomon, in a host of other things, right? Let's see. Verse 42 of 2nd Esdras 13:42. That they might there keep who? They who? The northern kingdom of the children of Israel. The same Hispanics that y'all what? Saying that what? That they're not our people. That they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in what? In their own land. And they entered, verse 43, and they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them and held the flood till what? Till they were passed over. And that's that account. Let me see something here. Hold up, y'all. Y'all bear with me. Isaiah, that's 51. I ain't gonna listen to wild, but I remember like it was nothing. 51 and I used to go on this a lot. Let's read that again, y'all, right quick. Right quick, which is verse 44 of 2nd Esdras 13:44. For the Most High then showed signs for them, which is the northern kingdom of the children of Israel, and held still the flood till what? Till they were passed over, right? Till they were passed over. Let's go to Isaiah 51:10. Art thou not it which had dried the sea, the waters of the great deep, that has made the depths of the sea a way for the what? The ransom to pass over? These are the signs that what? That the Most High do these. In that time, it was normal for what? For us as a people to see the overall magnitude and the force of the Lord, what? Firsthand, with our eyes, to see the Lord drop the sea and make a path for who? For His people, and those people were what? Were the northern kingdom of the children of Israel. And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood, and did till they were passed over. Excuse me. Verse 45 of 2nd Esdras 13:45. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. Yeah, all right. A year and a half. A year and a half. And that's a count what I was just reading. No, that'll be 1 Kings 10. not 9. At 1 Kings 10. 1 Kings 10 and 22. Let's go to that right quick. Right? Prove all points. 10 and 1 Kings 10. You know, y'all just be running y'all damn mouth and be just acting a fool for Esau Edom, but you ain't act a fool for your own men that what, you know, you hate the so-called black man for what reason? But we know what's going on. What is I talking about, y'all? Okay, a year and a half in the same region is what is called Ashereth. Meaning what? Meaning Ashereth meaning another land. Right? And First King 10 and verse 22. Yeah, let's back it up. I was just here. First King in 20, I think it's 20. First King 10 and 22, y'all. Bear with me. Here we go. Concerning King Solomon sending what? Sending Hiram and them what? For the king had at what? At sea a navy of what? Of Tarshish, with what? The navy of Hiram, which was Canaanites, right? Hamites. Once in 3 years came the navy of Tarshish, bringing gold and silver, ivory and apes and peacocks. Then here go the host of things that I said they were bringing, right? Again, he brought what? Solomon sent them for what? And they came in the navy of what? Tarshish, and bringing gold, silver, ivory, apes, and peacocks. From what? Over here in the American shore. Esau Edom destroyed all that, y'all. Verse 23. So King Solomon exceeded all the kings of the earth for the riches and what? And for what? For wisdom. And all the earth sought to what? Solomon, to hear his wisdom, which thy power had what? Had put in his heart. So King Solomon was, and we know that he was the most wisest man that ever walked the earth, man. And again, Ashereth, verse 45, for through that country there was what? A great way to go, namely of a year and a half, in the same region is called Ashereth. Ashereth meaning what? Another land. And that account is actually is in Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 29. Let me show you. See, everything is in the Bible. The history of all of all the nations is in the Bible, the scriptures. And you all be screaming loud, trying to make your point when you only just making yourself look like a fool. And Esau, he'll be laughing at y'all, man. Why he be laughing at you? Because you don't know anything. And you scream loud for the enemy, but you won't make a sound for what? For your people. Right? What point I'm trying to make? Oh, concerning Azareth means what? Another land. Right? This is Deuteronomy 29 and verse 28. And the Lord rooted them out of their land in anger and in wrath and in great indignation, and cast them into another land, Azareth, as it is this day, in another land. So you know the northern kingdom of the children of Israel, the so-called Hispanics and natives of this land, they were what? They were wicked as hell. They went out way before, I think about like 150 years before we did, before they came to the shores and what and gathered us up and brought us over here, right? You all be just running your mouth. Then you know most of you all problem. Y'all what? Y'all read too many damn books. Too many books. And the scripture, excuse me, y'all. The scriptures speak about many books. You know, when you got many books, when I say many books, I'm talking about books that has authors. All these books that y'all be getting got authors. And you be trying to use that to debunk the Bible. The ignorance, man. That's stupid. Nothing can debunk the scriptures, the Bible. And then when the Bible is read to you, you still don't want to listen. So my point was, meaning was another land, was Azareth, with what the account concerning the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. They went to another land far off, where the Heavenly Father cast them off, right? And then, but in the process of them coming to this land, he did what? He held back the what? Held still the flood, till they what? Till they would pass over. Back up in verse 45 again of 2nd Ezra 13 and 45. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, in the same region is called Azareth. Then dwelt they there until the latter time, which is what we in, and now when they shall begin to come, the highest shall stay the springs of the stream again, that they may what go through. Therefore solve what the multitude with peace. But in other words, until this day, they're what? We as the children of Israel, the northern and the southern tribe of the children of Israel, we were cast out, man. And this is what you see. You're seeing us just like the Judah, you Negroes. When Apostle Paul in the New Testament, when Apostle Paul, that was you all telling the Northern Kingdom the same shit, and most of you women are back doing the same thing, saying that they are not our people, we're not our people, they're not our people. Those was Israelite foreigners. They're Israelite foreigners. Just like we today, we are foreign to our land. This is not our land. We are foreign to our land. Even though this land, even though our Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters was over here before we was, right? Right? But it's their land, it's our land, right? Because we are what? We're all part of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. But the thing is, that's the biggest mystery, one of the biggest mysteries in the New Testament, who Apostle Paul came to, which is the Israelite foreigners, and Yahweh Shah came to what? For the northern kingdom of the children of Israel. And you Negroes loud and proud and screaming, they are not our people, that are not our people. Ignorant. So this is what we got. So, until Yahweh Shah come here, man, and like the sister said she said that Eve gonna be the so-called black woman, gonna be the most that are gonna affect, which means the most people that are gonna be put to death over here in America, man, because they're loud and proud, and they're not gonna change. They're gonna keep screaming for the enemy until that great flood come back, and that great flood today gonna be by fire, which is the lake of fire. So that normal say, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rokah Kodash, Shalom.